Hey guys, it's time again for a Rogue tier list for the next season, which is starting at Tuesday, so in one day. Yeah, I will show you some gameplay later for all of the builds, and first we'll take a look at the different tier lists and we will discuss what builds are viable to play and what builds I especially can recommend for starting the next season and also for the endgame and stuff like that. So let's just start with a quick analysis here. So this is the tier list from Mobalytics, and here we have Dance of Knives Rogue and Death Trap Rogue in S tier, and we have Rain of Arrows Rogue, Flurry, and Twisting Blades in A tier. So first of all, Dance of Knives Rogue received some interesting buffs this season. So for example, we have the new Chaos perks, which are kind of replacing the Horadric powers from last season. And there we have a very powerful one, which gives us more damage, which we can stack multiple times if we travel quite quickly through the map, which is just perfect for Dance of Knives archetype. So yeah, Dance of Knives deals more damage than last season. It's a very powerful starter build. And also, as you will see later when I will show you the gameplay part, we also have a different variation of this build this time. So yeah, also quite interesting stuff to take a look at. And then we have Death Trap Rogue. So as usual, Death Trap is a very powerful rogue build since 3 or 4 seasons in a row. It was usually the #1 rogue build to play if you just want a very solid and powerful endgame variant, which is able to do everything, speed farm, bossing, pit pushing, all that stuff. So yeah, for me, I'm not too excited for Death Trap just because it's whatever, the same as usual. I'm a bit tired of Death Trap. And also it got much harder to build this, the perfect endgame variant now. They have nerfed a lot of resource generation abilities, so we now have to like it's a more clunky process to acquire the gear in order to make it work. So I'm not too excited for Death Trap, but everyone who wants to play it can still play it. Anyways, we now have also left the Rain of Arrows Rogue and Twisting Blades Rogue. I think these are exactly A tier. Maybe Twisting Blades is more like B tier to A tier. But then we also have Flurry Rogue, and Flurry Rogue is something I'm actually not sure if it's A tier. Maybe it is even S tier as well, because Flurry Rogue also has received many buffs this season. For example, they have changed some of the Chaos perks recently. So for example, this one gives now 150% increased damage for core skills. And yeah, overall the Chaos perks are kind of powerful for this archetype. And especially the Chaos Armor, which is like this core endgame mechanic of the next season, which allows us to swap item slots for uniques. So here, for example, we can wear the Death Mask of Nimitrak, which is like the core item for Flurry Rogue. We can wear this unique helmet as boots, just because of this Chaos Armor mechanic. And at the same time, we can wear something like Hair of Perdition, just because it's the best mythic helmet in the game. And yeah, because thanks of that, this build also is more powerful now, so I believe Flurry Rogue has potential to be S tier again. And if we take a look at the tier list from X-Roll, for example, they also have put Flurry Rogue into S tier, also besides Dance of Knives Rogue and Death Trap Rogue. And they also have put Heartseeker Rogue into S tier. I'm personally not sure if Heartseeker is S tier or maybe A tier or something, but I also think Heartseeker should be viable again. And I know it's a very popular build. Back then in Season 4 it was my most popular video as well, most popular guide. So many people enjoy playing Heartseeker Rogue, and if you are one of them, then this season might also be a good opportunity to go back and visit your old friend, Heartseeker Rogue. But yeah, that's enough of this quick analysis. Now we can go into some gameplay. Or maybe first I can also show you that here, especially for the Rogue class, we have received some very nice buffs last minute. So 1 week ago they have showed the new patch notes, the updated patch notes, and you can see here all of the Rogue Paragon boards are buffed in a huge way. So instead of 30% damage, we now have 50% damage on almost all Paragon boards for the Rogue class. So Rogue received some very nice buffs 1 week ago, and this makes this class even better. So yeah, now we can switch to some gameplay. I will also swap the settings here. And here we start with the Dance of Knives rogue build. So like I mentioned, we now have a different variation of this build. So instead of dealing direct damage with Dance of Knives or triggering the Azurath unique sword from the last season, we now use Dance of Knives rogue in order to trigger our poison traps, which are considered as core skills because of some uniques. And then, yeah, we just deal massive poison damage while triggering all of these poison traps with Dance of Knives. So again, this is a build where the damage does not come from the skill itself, the Dance of Knives, but it's just here, it's like a vessel for the lucky chance mechanics in order to proc this skill, other skills like Poison Trap. And this is the main damage source in this build. But I think it looks very fun, it looks very good. It's also very powerful. So yeah, I also think it will be S tier and the best rogue starter build for sure. So I can highly recommend you starting with Dance of Knives leveling build, and then you either transition into this mid-game and end-game build, or you switch to some other end-game builds, but you just start out with Dance of Knives anyways. So yeah, I think this will be very fun to play, and also Dance of Knives always was my all-time favorite, or also my most popular build on Mobalytics, and I will again update this build. Maybe not in this video, I will have to see if it will be finished when I upload this video here or not, but at latest tomorrow. So I will update my guide here on Mobalytics as well, and you will have a leveling, mid-game and end-game build for Dance of Knives. So yeah, that's for that build. Highly recommend starting out with Dance of Knives. And now let's go to the next one. Here we have Flurry Rogue. This is actually gameplay from 1 year ago, but the idea is the same. So we have Flurry Rogue. I really like the Flurry skill itself. It's the AoE skill of Rogue, and it's a core skill. And this is, as far as I know, the only core skill build that is actually viable for Rogue. So here the damage comes directly from Flurry, not from some other stuff that you trigger or proc or some other indirect effects from uniques. No, you just deal damage with Flurry itself with the core skill damage. And this is something very special in Diablo in this year, or also in the last year already. Yes, so for me it's very exciting to play a core skill build which doesn't need a lot of setup or other stuff in order to deal some damage. So we can just start transitioning to this build in the end game once we have found some uniques, and especially with the Chaos Armor we will just get a huge power increasement in this build. And also I can show you some quick gameplay from PTR, also a very good YouTuber, a very good Flurry Rogue player. And by the way, I forgot to mention that here this Dance of Knives Rogue video was from Averilyn, sorry. Also very nice Rogue Theory Crafter from X-Roll, so check him out as well. He makes some very good guides for Rogue as well. And yeah, so here I wanted to show you some gameplay from PTR, who is also like a Flurry expert, I would say. And he cleared a pit 100 during the PTR, so it's maybe not the fastest build, but you can clear it. I think he cleared it in about 9 minutes. So it's possible to also do some pit pushing with this build, but especially for the Infernal Hordes, like the Arena mode, which got also reinvented or adjusted in this season. It should be a very powerful build. Okay, I don't know why the video is not playing, but I hope you got the idea here. And the last build that I want to cover is, again, Death Trap Rogue. So this is how it looks like, in the case you're a new player, don't know what Death Trap is. It's a very fast, agile build. You just jump through the map, everything dies in your shadow traps, death traps, which deal shadow damage. So it's an overall very solid build, very fast. You can speed farm, you can pit push, you can do bossing. But like I mentioned, it's more hard to build now, more clunky. They have nerfed a lot of energy stuff, so it's much harder to reset all of your energy now for the death trap. So for that reason, yeah, I'm not too excited for this build in the next season, but you can still play it and it should be very good. Okay guys, I think that's it for this video. Of course, we also have Heartseeker Rogue and Rain of Arrows Rogue and Twisting Blades Rogue. Also some valid builds that you can play, but also nothing that I'm too excited to start off the season. So again, my recommendation for you is starting with Dance of Knives Rogue. It's a very solid starter build, and then you can either transition into another endgame build like Flurry Rogue, or Death Trap Rogue, or some other builds, or you just stay with Dance of Knives and play it until the end game. This is also possible. And my personal starter build will be my end game starter build will be Flurry Rogue, but I will do exactly that, what I just mentioned. I will start with Dance of Knives Rogue and then transition into Flurry Rogue at some point, once I have found this the core uniques and the Chaos Armor. So that's my plan for the season. I'm actually very excited to try out this Chaos Armor. I think this is a very good addition for the game. It was a lot of fun theory crafting and making these new builds. And as usual, you will find my builds on Mobilytics. I will post them under this video in the description and also in my next videos. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy the season, and I see you next time very soon, I think, in 1 or 2 days. Okay, guys, thanks for watching. Bye bye.